1 second, fam.
Sheesh, technical difficulties. Sorry, guys. We got tons of people in the waiting room. Here we go.
All right, perfect, guys. Perfect. So sorry for the inconvenience. How are we feeling? Happy Friday, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm blessed. For those of you who are new on here tonight, let's go ahead and type in the chat box just how you're feeling. Are you feeling blessed? Drop a fire emoji. It is in the little 3 dots on the right corner. Click more and then chat box, guys. I'm excited to go ahead and, just get into this information, right? This is information that absolutely changed my life, and I'm being 100% serious. Okay, guys, my name is Courtney Weir. I'm from Sacramento, California. If you're from Sac, I'm excited for this. We got Sac in the house. Look, guys, a little bit about myself. I'm 20 years old out here in Sacramento, California. I've been involved with this for about a year now. But to keep it honest, guys, I just started getting serious about 6 months ago because I realized I needed change. Okay, I realized that what I was doing was not going to get me to where I wanted to be or to where I needed to be. I always knew I wanted more for myself. I always knew I wanted that time and financial freedom, but I just didn't really know how to get there, right? So I was that person that was looking up on the computer, how to get rich, right? I didn't know. So I decided to put my in order to do so, okay? So I'm super excited to go ahead and kick this off for you guys. The next speaker that I'm about to bring up to actually, dive into this information is somebody that I look up to so much. She's one of my mentors. I'm going to continue admitting people into here so they don't miss this value, guys, right? But one thing that I want to leave you off with is that I want you guys to actually listen to what she's going to say, okay? There's a difference between hearing and listening, right? Hearing is you're just hearing the information, but when you're listening, you're actively listening, you're taking notes, you're soaking in the information, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over. Please make sure you have your notes out, your pens, your paper. If you have a phone, I know everybody has a phone, iPad, something. Just make sure you're taking notes so that we can get this value tonight, because this is information that completely changed my life. I was in a bad place, and now, I'm able to, support myself and my family, okay? So, Mandi Rose, she's an absolute queen. We are out here in LA, California. We had an event out here last night. It was huge, right? So she is one of the top leaders, top earners in LA. So when she is talking, I am listening. Okay, I look up to her so much. She's not only helped me with this business, but as a woman as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to Mandi. Go ahead and drop some fire emojis in the chat. Let's get this hyped, family.
Let's go. What is going on, you guys? Happy Friday. Guys, do me a favor. Keep dropping 7s in the chat for Courtney, for bringing the energy, right? For bringing the energy all the way from Sacramento to Los Angeles, California. It is super exciting for me to be working alongside someone with so much passion, guys. Someone that really just wanted to change their situation and took the information that you guys are about to see and ran with it. And what's crazy is Courtney and I are business partners. She's actually not in my business, but we work alongside each other so much because we found that we had similarities, right? We both knew that we were destined for greatness. We both knew that we wanted to be the first person in our family to break generational curses, right? So if you believe, right, if you're on this call today and you believe that you're going to be the first person in your family to break generational curses and create generational wealth, guys, drop a 7 in the chat. Drop a 7 in the chat if you want to retire your mom. Drop a 7 in the chat, right? If you want more time freedom, if you want to make more money, right? Drop a 7 in the chat if you want 2021 to be the best year of your life, you guys, okay? To be the best year of your life, affirm it, right? But it's done, right? In the chat, it's done, right? You're gonna retire your mom. You're gonna be able to buy that car that you want. You're gonna be able to get financial freedom, right? To have more time freedom. You're going to get it, it's done, right? Easy, exactly, easy. So for those of you guys that don't know me, Courtney did an amazing job. I'm super humbled to hear the kind of things she had to say about me. I'm just a regular person, right? I'm a girl from LA. I was always told when I was growing up, go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a good job, retire at 60 years old off of 40% of my income. And that sounded like a good life to me, you guys. It sounded like something that, was going to make me successful. It sounded like something that was going to be stable, right? So that's what I did. I went to school, I got good grades, I got a job, And right out of college, right, I started working in radio and I loved my job, guys, but I was always, always, always tired, right? Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys have ever felt exhausted from work. You come home and, you know, shower, rinse, repeat. You almost feel like a robot, okay? You're just doing the same thing day in and day out. And you're working really, really, really hard for really little. See, that was me. But I loved my job. I'm a singer and a songwriter. And I knew at a really young age that I wanted to be different and have different results than my family. But I realized that I was listening to the same people that didn't have the success that I wanted, right? My mom, who is 63 as of 3 days ago, is about to retire and told me I'm still gonna be broke. And that was something that really changed it for me. I was like, you know what? I gotta get her out of this situation. I gotta be the one to break generational curses. I gotta be the one to retire my mom. So I saw this information a year ago, guys, and it absolutely changed my situation. I do this full time, and I come from really humble beginnings where I had nothing. Drop a 7 in the chat if you come from super humble beginnings. You grew up and you didn't have a lot, right? Maybe you grew up and you saw your parents fighting over money. As a kid, it's the worst feeling because there's nothing that you can do to help, right? But as I got older, what I realized is that I was lacking information. So what I did is I started figuring out how I could become the 1%, right? How I could become the people in the world that had abundance, that passed down generational wealth to their lineage. How could I become that person? So I picked up a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. If you guys have ever heard of that book, it changed my life. It changed my mindset because it taught me to look at life and look at money a lot differently. See, instead of looking at things and saying, I can't afford that, I look at things and say, how can I afford that? How can I generate income to get that thing that I want? But most of us are taught to save, right? To bargain, right? We got any coupon cutters on the call? I was that person. But what about instead, what about the feeling of getting a bill and not caring about it, just signing your name, going into the store and getting whatever you want for your family for Christmas, instead of looking for the deals? It's a millionaire mindset. Look, guys, if you're on this call today, the same energy it takes for you to doubt yourself, it takes that same energy for you to believe in yourself. And I realized that I lost my father at 44 years old. I was 19 years old. My dad was 44 years old. He passed away on his 44th birthday. And what I realized is life is fleeting, guys. We only have so much time. Time is something we can't get back once we lose it. And so I decided that I was going to become the 1%. See, Robert Kiyosaki says there's 4 ways to make money in the world. You either work for someone else, which I've done. You work for yourself, which my sister is currently doing. She's an esthetician. She has a beauty salon. You're a business owner, right? Which is where my family wanted me to be, but I really didn't know what business I could join, right? Or you're an investor. How many of you guys, drop a 1 in the chat, you want to be an investor? Real estate investing, stock investing, trading, digital entrepreneur, right? Investing is how you're really going to make that money that you're looking for to get you to those dreams that we all have. See, a lot of us have these big dreams and big goals, but we diminish them because we don't think that we can do it. Instead, let's figure out how we can do it. So I'm going to show you guys the information that really changed everything for me. I found a platform called I Am Mastery Academy. Okay. And I found that it was the largest investing digital entrepreneurship platform in the world. And when I found this platform, I was in a place in my life, guys, where I was like at rock bottom. And the thing is when you're at rock bottom, there's no place to go but up. And I found this platform in desperation. I had no money. I was living check to check. I was miserable. I was unhappy, right? And this digital platform, this group, right? The name of our group is Life by Design. This group has changed my life and changed over 400,000 lives around the world. And we're going to impact 1 million lives this year. It's made it to Forbes, entrepreneur.com, right? We have huge affiliates in our platform. YG's tapped in, Floyd Money Mayweather's tapped in, right? We got Mr. Bob Proctor tapped in. Okay, we got Kevin Garnett. We got huge names that are tapping into this information because they want to change their situation and they see the value in turning their money into more money. If you guys can see the value in turning your money into more money, type some dollar signs in the chat. Drop some dollar signs emojis, some money bag emojis in the chat. If you can see the value in turning a couple dollars right into $100. I know all of you guys in middle school, high school, you were reselling candy and chips, right? Trying to make more money off your money. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about different ways to make money. Okay, let's talk about different things that I learned that they never taught me in school. See, what's crazy is I went to 4 years of business school and I didn't learn one thing about business. I went to 4 years of business school. Nobody taught me about taxes. Nobody taught me about financial freedom. Nobody taught me about that I need to open an LLC. Nobody told me about cryptocurrency. Guys, you know what they told me? They told me to study what they wanted me to study and get the degree, and then I'd get a job. You know what job stands for? Just over broke. Just over broke. And that's what I was. And so here we're teaching people about the foreign exchange market. How many of you guys, drop a one in the chat if you've ever heard of Forex? I had never heard that word before. I was like, for what? What is that? Who is that? Right? All I had ever heard of was the stock market. But when I learned about the foreign exchange market, I found that it was 10 times bigger than the stock market, right? It was a $6 to $7 trillion a day industry. Can you believe that? That much money in circulation? How's that possible? It's possible because we are all participants in this market. We go to Mexico, we go to Europe, and we trade our dollar for another form of currency at the airport, and we're participating in this market. And what's crazy is we all have money in the bank, right? Well, the bankers don't just leave your money in there and like dust it off once in a while. They take your money and they invest it into this market. They duplicate it and then they put your money back there for you. And so when I realized that, I woke up and I said, if they're going to duplicate my money, why the heck can't I? Right? So this is when I started to tap into the foreign exchange market, the digital currency market. I learned about e-commerce, building a business online. And when I found the Academy, I was super excited. And I was relieved because I was asking God for an opportunity and this fell into my lap. See, those of you guys that are on this call right now, you're here for a reason. Someone that you know, love, trust, or respect invited you because they see something in you. And hopefully you see it in yourself too. Hopefully you see it in yourself too, because I was not going to be poor. See, poor stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. And I wasn't going to be poor. I wasn't going to be just over broke. I was going to break generational curses. So I came into this and I put my head down and I got super excited because I found an academy that simplified everything for me, that taught me these skill sets from the very basics to the advanced. But here's the best part. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I came into this and I had a little bit of a lack of belief. Anybody ever have a little bit of a lack of belief before? That was me. I said, well, what if I'm not smart enough? I said, well, I hate math. Is this math? It's not math. As long as you can count money, you'll be all right. Okay, as long as everybody can count money, right? But what I realized is that it was new. And whenever anything is new, we typically are afraid of it. Okay, I used to be afraid of trying out for all the new sports at school because I didn't know what I didn't know. But once again, the reason the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor is not because you're dumb and they're smart. It's just a lack of information. So this information, right? The ability to get onto our platform and learn this stuff simplified is really something that changed my life. Guys, you have all these different places that you can find information on the internet. And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people who invest, they fail because of misinformation, because they're not listening to people who have the success that they wanted. We are the largest trading platform in the world. We have the top cryptocurrency traders in the world as our educators, right? We have people who are making 6 to 8 figures. We have mentorship, right? People who have the success that we want, and we're given the blueprint. So when you guys come into this and you know nothing, we simplify everything for you and show you exactly what to do, and you're never alone, okay? That is the crazy thing about this, is I was like, but am I gonna be alone? You're not, okay? You're actually gonna get on something that's called Go Live. And this is how I made my first $1,000 in my first month of coming here. Now, I'm not telling you every single person on this call is gonna make $1,000 your first month. Some of you might make 2, 5, some of you might not make anything. It really depends on how much work you wanna put in and how much you wanna get out of this. But there's an opportunity presented in front of you. And when I saw an opportunity, I said, okay, tell me what I gotta do and I'm gonna do it. So my mentor said, get on Go Live. Go Live is like the Netflix of trading, right? The Netflix of trading. Instead of Netflix and chill, guys, I go live and get paid. That's what I do. I get on Go Live and I sit with these educators and they tell me when to buy and they tell me when to sell, and all that's great, right? We can all copy and paste. I'm sure a ton of us have copied before, right? In high school and college, and it's okay. You don't have to be ashamed, right? Here, you're actually not going to be in trouble for copying. We encourage it. Okay. We call it shadow work. You get to shadow someone who's a professional. Okay. And when you get to shadow someone who's a professional, what do you think if they're hitting buy and they're hitting sell and they're having success? What do you think you're going to have? Success. So that's what I did. I came into this business and I copied and pasted for my first month and I was able to profit. Meanwhile, I learned a skill set that would pay me for life, guys. Pay me for life. Okay. That is something that nobody can take away from me is my skill set. I will know how to trade forever. Okay. Here's my favorite part though. The academy actually comes with different strategies, different, we'll call them weapons, right? Where you can actually plug in on your phone these apps, these artificial intelligence that are going to tell you when to buy and sell in the market, that are going to tell you what numbers to put in. Guys, I got on a flight, okay, plugged in some of these numbers and made back what my flight cost plus more. I'm able to go to sleep and wake up and profit, make money in my sleep. See, Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until the day you die. And when I saw that quote one day, I printed it out and I put it on my desk in my cubicle and I looked at it every single day and I said, I'm going to find a way to make money while I sleep. And I found this academy and it changed my life, right? Because I got to get on the go lives, plug in and profit. I got to look at these amazing strategies simplified, right? On my time, gave it about an hour a day because guys, I was busy. I had 2 jobs. I had a master's program. I was working 2 jobs, one of which was taking me so many places and it was so time consuming, right? And I had no type of money. So I realized that I had a bigger problem in my life. Okay. And that's when I opened up my mind to different ways to make money digitally. I found this academy, right? I found mentorship. I found a community of like-minded individuals, people that thought like me and wanted the same things like me, people who wanted to retire their parents, people who were sick and tired of partying and doing things that weren't conducive to our growth, right? See, when people get out of school, they stop growing their mind. And what they do is they become kind of in like a cycle of wake up, go to work, come home, shower, rinse, repeat. Most of us don't even work out, right? Because we're so exhausted from work. And I decided I needed to break that cycle. Guys, I came into this opportunity. I came into this solution with a dream, with ambition, with hustle, with drive, and with a vision that was so bigger than me that I knew. I was like, if someone else can make it happen, so can I, right? And I had never seen a place where more people were winning. Guys, this is simple, right? It's not for everybody, but this is simple. Everybody just type simple in the chat. When I made my first $1,000 in my sleep, I said, wow, that was the easiest money I've ever made. Type the word easy in the chat. I like things that are simple. I like things that are easy, right? And I found this opportunity, and you know what? It made my life a lot easier and more enjoyable. I've traveled more. I've met more people, right? And I'm mentored by people who have the success that I want, that are breaking barriers, right? Generational curses, and that are impacting the masses, right? So I'm super excited, guys, because to be real with you, I just started doing this about 7 or 8 months ago. I'm still fresh. I'm still new. But look at the impact that it's had on me. But the person that I'm about to bring up to you guys, okay, the person that I am going to allow to finish off this call and really share some experience, really share some value with you. This person has been doing this much longer than I, far more successful than I, right? He's one of my personal mentors. He's reached the top 1% of income earners within our company, right? He's on his way to being one of the top 1% of income earners in the world. Okay, impacting the masses, guys, and really a servant leader. I've watched this man go from time zone to time zone to time zone on social media, just serving others, pouring into other people's growth, right? Really doing his best to change everybody's life for the better. And he has not only impacted my life, guys, but he's changed it for the better. He's changed it for the better. He's made me a better person, and he's taught me so much. So if you guys have not been taking notes, you're about to get some value. Everybody type the word value in the chat because you are about to get some value. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to get out of the way of greatness. Okay, I'm going to get out of the way of the GOAT. This man is so busy, so I'm so excited that he's been able to hop on this call with us today. Everybody drop some sevens in the chat. Go crazy in the chat. Okay, drop some sevens in the chat. I want you guys to go absolutely crazy in the chat for Mr. Quiani Mcgee. Quiani.
Yes, I'm here. Can everybody hear me clearly?
Yes,
we good?
All
right, let's go. First and foremost, family, I want to go ahead and give it back to Miss Mandi Rose, this absolute boss. It's just amazing, guys, the different relationships and the different kind of people I've been able to meet throughout this journey. And Mandi is one of those people where, she makes not just me better, she makes the entire team better on an everyday basis. I remember when she first got involved, never been involved with investing or trading, never had business experience to this caliber, guys. And, she literally got involved, was the most coachable, most humble, most serving, most giving people, that I've ever met. And it's by no coincidence she has this much success, on such a short time frame in her journey, right, guys? And so I just want you guys to know that, if you're working with somebody like Mandi Rose, you're working with this group, Life by Design group, right, guys? You're with the right people at the right time, looking at the right information. So, Mandi, I appreciate you. Much love, guys. Drop some sevens in the chat box for Miss Mandi Rose, right? Chairwoman Loading, right? Chairwoman Loading. And so, guys, I want to go ahead and I definitely respect every single one of your guys' time. I understand that time is the most valuable commodity. It's something that we constantly give away, but it's something that we can never get back. And so I do not want to be, extremely long on this call, guys, but I want to be able to speak my truth, right? And show you guys the rest of this information and what this is not done just for me, right? But what this could do for you, right? What this has already done to over, for over 350,000 people in over 100 different countries, right? Somebody like yourself, seeing this for the very first time can get involved with something like this, right? And have a massive amount of success because of the information and the blueprint that we have available for every single one of you guys. And so what I want to go ahead and do real quick is I want to share a little bit about me, right? Before I get into the rest of this information, right? Because I believe that, guys, if God can do this for me, right? If I can get involved with this and have success, then anybody can do it, right? Anybody can do it. And so, guys, my name is Quiani Mcgee. I'm from Sacramento, California. I'm currently out here in Los Angeles, California. Guys, and I'm super blessed. I'm so grateful that the individual John Guaman, who showed this information to me, did when he did, right? Because I personally was looking for some changes, right? Type a 1 in the chat box if you're looking for some changes in your life, right? Whether you want financial increase, right? You're looking to have time freedom. You want to travel the world. You want to be able to take care of the people that you love, respect. Mandi talked about she's doing this for her mother, right, guys? I want you to keep the person that you're doing this for and why you're looking to have more in life in general. I want you to keep that in the back of your head while you're looking at this opportunity, right? Because that's what it was for me. It was my family. It was my friends, the people that I cared about, that I wanted to be able to put in position, but I didn't have the resources nor the means to be able to do it, right? I was a full-time student going to Sacramento State University because my family and all my friends and society just in general, they told me, look, Quiani, if you want to go and be successful, right, you got to go to school. You got to go to school, get good grades, right? Have a high GPA, graduate, go to a prestigious college, right? Major in engineering or being a doctor or being a nurse, right? To go out here and basically give 40 hours of my time every single week, right? And work for somebody else for 40 years just to retire on 40% of my income and still live life on a budget. I let somebody tell me that's how you become successful. And I don't know about any of you guys, but me personally, I've been through too much. And I knew I had too much to tell, right? To be clocking in and clocking out, working for somebody else my entire life. And so for me, I was rocking with the gifts that God gave to me, right? I thought I was going to be a professional athlete. For anybody that's on this call that, had a sports dream or a music dream or a dancing dream, right? That's something that you're passionate about. Type a 1 in the chat box because you guys might relate to me, right? I thought I was going to the NBA, and after that didn't work out, I still got these big goals. I still got these big dreams. I'm still trying to retire moms and buy moms a home, right? I still got all these big goals. Now that the NBA is no longer an option for me, what now? What's next? What do I do? How can I still attain that? Right. And so that led me to be an extremely open-minded person to other ways people were out here getting it. Right. And so when I went to school for business, I said, you know what? I want to own and operate something for myself that I can pass down to my kids. Right. That was my goal. And then I went to college and I realized that the people who were educating me didn't have the business or the lifestyle that I aspired. So in all reality, they were educating me on how to be a teacher, not how to be a successful business owner, right? And that's around the time when I started looking for mentorship, right? People who had the life that I wanted to live. And I started to ask questions to these individuals, right? I started putting myself in proximity. And that's around the time where I believe the law of attraction began to work in my favor, right? Because I'm over here, praying for something. And then all these different opportunities began to present themselves to me, all in different forms and fashions than I anticipated, but they were still leading me up to what I wanted in life.
Right.
And so, guys, what I get to the honor of doing now is sharing the rest of you guys this information. And now what I want you guys to understand, what this has done for me, it could do for you, right? Being involved for 3 years, didn't know anything about any of this information that you guys were just given right now, didn't know it existed, didn't know it was legal, right? To now being able to travel all around the globe, being able to help other people's family, make an impact, right, with this information. And we've been able to go out here, and I've now been full-time working for myself for the last 3 years, right? And been able to help so many other people do the exact same thing with the information that you guys just seen, right? And so what I get to do from here moving forward, guys, is show you guys exactly, right, not only how you can get involved, right, but how you guys can really maximize this opportunity for what it truly is. So I really want to be able to paint a picture for you guys to understand what we do and why what we're doing is so significant, and why this is literally going mainstream more and more every single day, right? If you guys want to be a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer, where would we go? We would go to universities, right? Harvard, Yale, UCLA, UC Davis, right? If that's what you aspire to be. Now, if you guys want to be able to make money, right? Type a 1 in the chat box. If you would like to make money, no matter what time it is, no matter where you're at, right? No matter what you're wearing, right? You can make money and do what you want whenever you want to do it. Type a 1 in the chat box if that's you. Right, guys? Then if that's you, this is for you. Because that's exactly what we educate and teach people and position people on how to do it. That's what we do, right? And so showing you guys the rest of this information, right, guys? Obviously, with anything, it costs to get involved with the information. My mom told me something way back in the day. She told me, Quiani, look, scared money don't make no money. And if you're not willing to, put your money in things that will grow, you will forever be broke, right? I had to understand that I had to learn to invest into myself, right? Invest into information. Now, guys, literally for less than a college semester worth of textbooks, a pair of Jordans, an Xbox One, a PlayStation 4, a night out at the club, you guys can get access to $7.3 trillion a day in information that could set you up. Learning from people that are making 6, 7, 8 figures that want to help you do exactly the same exact thing. Giving you guys a community of individuals who are like-minded. They want the same things in life as you. Time freedom, financial freedom, and to be happy. Right? $324 gets you access to the ECX Academy, right? If you guys are interested, right, in the Foreign Exchange Academy, the High Frequency Academy, or the Digital Currency Academy, guys, $324, right, gives you guys access to all 3 platforms, right, giving you the ability. Now you have 4 ways to make money in one opportunity. And this is my thought process, family. Look, check this out. How many of you guys have ever, on this call, type a 1 in the chat box, if you ever bought a textbook that cost $300, right? I was spending $300 on textbooks that I barely even read, right? And we're showing you guys how a 3-figure investment can position you to make 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 figures once you really lock down, be consistent, and learn how to apply yourself, right? Less than a Starbucks coffee. Now, check this out. If you just want access to one of the platforms, Forex, DCX, HFX, or Money in Minutes, you guys can get access for $234, $174 a month, right? Now, guys, how many of you guys on this call would be excited if there was a way that you can position yourself to not have to pay for this information on a month-to-month basis? Type a 1 in the chat box. If there was a way where you could get access to all of this mentorship, all of these money-making, copy-paste, profitable applications, right? And all this information for free on an every single month basis, right, guys? That's why I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to go out there and do it, right? So we have another side of the opportunity called becoming a business owner, right? So guys, how we do this, think about it. Somebody invited you onto this call to see this information because they see value in you, right? They see you being able to be successful alongside them. They had a genuine interest in watching you be successful alongside them. That's why you're on this call right now, right? So the only way that you can even get involved with this is if somebody qualified you to be involved alongside them, to begin learning alongside them. That's the only way you can get involved, because we don't do traditional marketing like the rest of these companies and businesses that's no longer working, right? We don't go on radio stations, right? We don't go on television commercials. We're not on billboards and in magazines and doing all of that. That's just, we're no longer even paying attention to. Everything now is social media, family. Everything now is word of mouth, right? Everybody likes to go off of the reference of somebody else and what they like out of it, what kind of success they got out of it, right? How they like that food, how they like that movie, right? That's when we get interest in those kind of things. So we said, you know what? We're not going to reinvent the wheel. We're going to do exactly what Uber did, exactly what Lyft did, exactly what Airbnb did, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Amazon, right? We're going to do the same thing they did. How did you guys figure out about these applications? Somebody else told you about it, right? Somebody showed you that service. You seen value in it. Then you took action. You started using it. That's all this is. And the company will begin to pay you instead of paying these large advertising companies of people who did not have real success, did not really have results with the information. You're hearing from people who actually had to go through the process, create a result, have a success story, and now they're reaching out to you, allowing you guys to participate in the revolution that's taking place, right? And so the way we do that, guys, there's something called residual income. So this is how the company will pay you as an affiliate. Now, let me make this clear. This is not something that you have to do to make money, right? This is something that you get to do to make extra money, to fund your trading accounts and being able to impact somebody else, right? I realize something, success is just about me, but fulfillment and happiness is based on how many people around me are having the same amount of success or have the opportunity to have the success that's around me, right? So guys, you going out there, say you referred this to 3 other people, right? You know, 3 other individuals, you're learning, right? You plugged into the products, you plugged into the education, you're starting to learn a little bit more, right? You're starting to be around a community of people. You're like, yo, this is a great vibe, right? We actually making some real money. You know what I mean? Let me go out here. I know people who need this, right? If most people in America are working paycheck to paycheck, are waking up on Monday unhappy about going to the job, right? This is just the vast majority. It's not everybody, right? Some of us are working extremely hard, but we're still not where we want to be. If you know people that have the same mindset as you, and you show them this opportunity, 3 people get involved, you're now making $150 every single month, $37.50 every single week, right? So Miss Mandi Rose went ahead and showed you guys how to become an investor, right? Getting out of the consumer mindset, right? Guys, an investor would see this opportunity as a way to put inside of their trading accounts and have more money to multiply in the markets. And how did you do that? You just went out here and showed people what you were excited about, something you were having success in, right? Now we have Platinum 600. You are now making $600 a month, $150 every single week, residually, right, guys? What is residual? You do something one time, and you're now paid for it every single month, every single week, right? For efforts you put in one time, right? When you think about residual income, you think about people, Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, right? Nipsey Hussle, people who have been dead and gone for years, but are still making millions of dollars every single year for something they did one time. That's what you guys have access to with this platform, right? So you have 12 people learning and earning alongside you. You're making 150 a week, $600 a month. Now platinum 1,000, it's $1,000 a month, $250 every single week. So for me, that was life changing, right? Because like I told you guys, I was a broke college student, right? At the same time, I was working at Tommy Hilfiger and AutoZone for $10.50 an hour, right? No time freedom, no financial freedom, still broke. I was able to get involved with this opportunity and match my income that I was making working 2 jobs part-time with the opportunity, not including the trading aspect, right? So now you're making $1,000, and type of one in the chat box if you like to be able to make an additional $1,000 a month, right? If you would like an extra comma in your income on a monthly basis. Exactly, right? We trying to get wealthy, right? We're trying to break generational curses. We need more, right? Now we got platinum 2,000, that's $500 a week, $2,000 every single month. That's an additional $24,000 a year on top of the fact that you're copying and pasting, copying educators tell you when to buy and when to sell. So you're doubling up in your bag, right? Now platinum 5,000, that's $1,300 a week, $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year. Guys, you understand that people go to college, get a master's degree, get thousands of dollars in debt to graduate to make a $40,000 to $60,000 a year income, right? You're able to do this part-time from home around what you're currently doing. I'm gonna tell you guys, look, my first year and a half in the opportunity, I went platinum 5,000. I was 21 years old, making $60,000 a year in this opportunity. Right? And I had no clue what this was. And this is when I really became appreciative of what this was doing for me. My grandpa went to school, got a master's degree in psychology, was a counselor for 30 years at the Elk Grove Unified School District, worked 40 hours a week, and I matched his income in my first year and a half in this opportunity, what took him 30 plus years, college debt, right? And hours a week to make that kind of income. That's what you guys have the potential to take action on right now, right? Chairman 10, this is a 6-figure residual income. You're now making $10,000 a month, $2,500 every single Friday. This is base income, an additional $120,000 a year base while you're profiting in the markets. Now, guys, this is when it gets crazy, right? This means that you're different, right? If you do this, you're different. That means you want different. Like you truly have desire of controlling your own life, and you see this being an opportunity to do it. You make the decision to go Chairman 10, right? Now, the unique thing about this is, family, when I went Chairman 10 at the age of 22 years old, right? I went Chairman 10 at the age of 22 years old. Now, this is the beautiful thing about this. Like I said, success is just about you, Alec, you, Naima, right? Success is just about you. But how many people around you have what you have or are in position to have what you have? Guys, I got involved with this and I shared this with some strangers. I shared this with some close friends, right? 2 of my close friends that got involved, they're now making a 6-figure residual income with this information, right? I knew if I went to the NBA, I would have had NBA money, but all my friends would have been not where I was at. So I seen this being a vehicle where I can elevate, and I can elevate everybody around me, and it doesn't take from my plate to lift the next person up. We were goaling towards something together, right? So we have Chairman 25, 50, 100, 250, 500, up to 750. Guys, you can literally, see, and I'm gonna scare off the small minds on this call. You can literally make up to $750,000 a month in this opportunity, excluding your trading profits, right? I'm gonna be real. I did not think that kind of money was realistic unless you are a rapper, a movie star, right? Or a music artist. I didn't think making that kind of money was even possible, right? And then I was taught something. You got to think bigger a lot sooner, right? We got Elon Musk, billionaires, trillionaires, right? We got kids on YouTube making $100,000 a month baking cookies, putting together Legos. I want you guys to understand that, right? And how I know this is so real is because The person who got me involved, I met him when he was making $5,000 a month in the opportunity. You fast forward 3 years later, he put me on track to making a $25,000 a month income, right? We've helped multiple. Now there's over 450 people in this platform alongside us that are making six figures and above just on this side of the opportunity, not even including on the trading side, right? The person who got me involved, I seen him go from making $5,000 a month to now making $1.7 million a year, $150,000 every single month. This is the same dude 3 years ago that slept on my mom's couch when I met him for the first time. When he came and showed me in person what this really could do. Right? One of my good friends, his name is Bryce, African-American, just like me, had hoop dreams, just like me, was a college graduate of Morehouse University, already had a great internship. His big brother, who was already an engineer, showed him this information. He made $50 trading in the markets. Showed his fraternity brothers, people he wanted to come up with. A byproduct of that, he is now making $750,000 a month at the age of 24 years old. I'm just keeping it real, right? I'm just keeping it real. So guys, I'm not saying that that's going to happen for everybody, but all I'm saying is it can happen for you. If you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to be coachable, if you're willing to learn the information and apply the information that you're learning, right? So at the end of the day, guys, there's always three types of individuals who see this information, right? I want you guys to understand, I'm never attached to the amount of people who say yes after this call, because my goal is not to sell you guys this platform. My goal is to show you guys what this did for me and what this can do for you if you make the decision, right? But getting started is just the first part. Actually applying yourself is where your results are going to be, right? Just because you get involved with something doesn't guarantee you success. What guarantees you success is consistently putting in the work, right? So we're not looking for everybody to say yes. We're looking for the right individuals who want more in life, aspire to have more in life, and are looking for a vehicle to help them get to their goals, right? So there's an A, B, and a C person. The A person says, you know what, Quiani? I'm all in, right? I understand what I've been doing for the last couple of years has me exactly in the same situation I'm in, right? I want more, but for some reason, I can't get over this hump, right? For things to change, I got to change. For me to have something in life I never had before, I got to start doing things that I've never done before. Because doing the same thing over and over is the definition of an insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting something to change. Nothing changes, right? If that's you, get back to the person who showed you this information and say, you know what, I'm all in, right? I understand the greatest risk in life is taking no risk at all, right? A B person says, you know what, Quiani, it's great information. It makes sense. Digital currency, foreign exchange, multiplying my money, it all makes sense. But I don't have the time, but I don't have the money, but I'm skeptical, right? Guys, I want you to understand something. Skepticism, write this down. Skepticism will always be the catalyst for missed opportunities, right? Bitcoin is now at $56,000 a coin, right? But for so long, people thought Bitcoin was a bubble. Bitcoin was a scam. Bitcoin would never work. Now that Bitcoin is unattainable for the vast majority of the population, now everybody believes in it, right? Just like Uber took out the taxi industry. The taxi industry failed to adapt, right? Just like Airbnb is taking out the hotel industry, right? At least tilling their clientele because of failure to adapt. Just how Blockbuster failed to adapt, and Blockbuster is now no longer, and Netflix is everything. Failure to adapt, right, guys? So understand that as things change, family, we got to start changing our mindset and start asking the right questions to start receiving the right answers to make the right decisions for our goals, right? If you lack the money, for how much longer, guys, I had to ask myself, for how much longer is $200 and $300 going to be a problem in my life? I sold a pair of Jordans. My mom sold some food stamps. I put on a Walmart card, and that's how I got involved with this information. That 3-figure investment is the reason why I'll never have to work a day in my life and the reason why my mom doesn't work today. Right? Now, if $200 and $300 is a problem, how much longer do I want that to be a problem? If you lack the time, guys, look, I want us to understand, we are constantly giving away our time every single day for money. But none of us really care about money. We just want the power that money brings into our life, the ability to control our life. But we're trading away all our time for money and then have no time to enjoy the money that we're working so hard for. Have no time to enjoy the people we're working so hard for. Makes no sense to me, right? And then there's C people. I don't see myself getting involved. I don't see the vision. I'm comfortable where I'm at. All right, guys? Like I said before, I love everybody on the way in, but I love everybody on the way out. It's all love at the end of the day. I'm just on this call to share you guys something that changed my life, that is changing so many lives all across the globe, and is finally evening out the playing field, bringing Wall Street to Main Street, giving somebody that comes from a background like mine the true ability to go out there and become something, have something, do more, help more, make an impact, and live your life by design, not a life by default. Right, family? So I want to say I appreciate every single one of you guys that hopped on today's call, right? If you guys got some value, right, type a 7 in the chat box for me real quick, guys. You can find me on Instagram at Quiani Mcgee, right, guys? Get back to the person that got you on this call, right? Get your questions and concerns answered, right, guys, so we can start helping you map out your first 30, 60, 90-day goals and start making it happen, family. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. God bless. I'm going to see all you guys at the top because the bottom is too crowded and full of negativity. You guys have an amazing evening. God bless.